man, does this ever happen, or has this ever happened to any of you guys where you just cannot eat nothing without biting the inside of your fucking cheek over and over and over again? That's happening to me right now, but I'm going to soon give up on eating. Resentment is building. Resentment is growing. This man has given up. Because, man, this shit hurts, boy. But, no, I'm just fucking around. It's happening, but I'm messing. So, man, I'm not going to mess around with this. So, yes, in today's world, I've been there before, bro. Where I never necessarily felt like I was giving up, but resentment was definitely growing in my life a long time ago, because you date this girl, you date that girl, the next girl, and it's just like, it's the same fucking thing. Same mistakes, same ins and outs, the same failures. And it builds resentment, because as a man, you invest so much time and energy into them, and they tend to fuck that up. And want you back later again. I wonder who was in the right and who was wrong. I wonder. But anyways, a lot of men today are giving up. A lot of men today are starting to grow resentment towards a lot of things. Even towards the workforce, towards women, towards even other males, as friends, counterpartners, coworkers, whatever it might be. Resentment is growing. And I'm going to give you guys some advice to this. You might have to live a few years, maybe up to 5, of a bit of isolation. Because, bro, there's nothing worse than having the wrong people around you in your life when you're trying to level up. And it doesn't even work. To level up, bro, you have to get away from toxicity. You have to get away from family if they're not leveling up. That is why, like, it depends where you come from. It depends what's around you. But if there's nothing good around you, bro, which that's what it was like in my life before. Nothing good around me that could possibly help me. Nothing. Because where I wanted to go was where nobody else was, or was willing to go, or wanted me to go. They didn't want me to go there, bro. So the longer you're around that stuff, you're going to start to feel and build up resentment. It's going to build. You're going to feel irritated. You're going to feel frustrated. Resentment. Steaming the nose like a bull. Resentment. So, like I said, you guys as men, or even as women, if you got bro, I've done coaching calls before in the past with women, and they've been in a similar situation where they just felt nothing around them was helping them, etc., etc. So it's going to happen to anybody. But what y'all have to know is that being around people who are holding you back, who are not good for you, will only do those things, hold you back and not be good for you. It takes away from your progress. It actually stunts your growth so much more than you will ever know. In order to grow, you need this positive momentum in your life, not a bunch of hiccups. You need positive momentum in your life to grow. You might have to isolate yourself. And when I say isolate, I'm not saying don't see a human being in the run of a day. You can go to the gym. You can go get your groceries. You can do whatever it is that you need to do. You can still strike up conversations with people out and about. Just don't get close to toxicity Don't get close to those people who aren't growing themselves, because they're going to trap you, man. They're going to keep you stuck. They're going to keep you sick as a bitch, because look at them. That's what they're going to do to you, because that's where they're at. They don't want you to go. They want you to be stuck right there with them. They want you to be down just with them. Your broke friends want you to be broke just with them. Getting in trouble just with them. But is that what you want? No. That's not what you want. You want to go to the top. I know you do. So it's gonna take some heart to get to the top. And we all got to go through it, bro. We all got to go through it. And on this journey, resentment is going to build. You're going to feel frustrated with people. You're going to get irritated at people, because people ain't like you. And you ain't like people. You was chosen by God. They probably were not. The devil probably got them in a stranglehold. And whatever the devil has tried to you, you have fought your way out of that tooth and nail. You're not going to be a victim of the devil. You're going to ride the wave with God. And it's not going to be a smooth sailing ride or smooth sailing waves. It's going to be bumpy. It's going to be roughy. It's going to be rough. Might be an undertow here and there that's going to try to pull you under, but there you are, still going. I know a lot of frustrated men today, bro, and it's normal. I'm here to tell you guys the frustrations you feel in life. You are far from alone on that. Far from alone. It's normal. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to feel irritated. You're going to feel those feelings, because this is what life is going to throw at you. The important thing is to take that frustration, hone it in, and use that energy into something good. That is what's going to help. You need to know how to channel your energy better than 90% of people on earth. Things can come down to the wire, folks. To the wire. You have to be a sharp shooter. You have to be accurate. You have to be precise. You have to be switched on. You have to know what you're doing. If you can do that, if you can put yourself in that position, you can get the results you want. And over an extended period of time, you're gonna exceed your own expectations. You're gonna get results, and like, people's gonna look at you at the results you have and just hate. But the whole time, they were not doing the things you were doing. You were locked in, bro. You was locked in. And you lock in for so long, it almost feels like you blink and you just are living a completely different lifestyle. Living a completely different life with completely different results. And it almost feels like, damn, it's happening. It's happened. Damn. That is what commitment does, folks. That is what the grind does, folks. That's what putting your head down and going to work does, folks. A lot of people can't do that. They have to mess about. They have to mess around and do all those things, and you're entitled to live however you want. But you get the right results by doing the right things, and don't cry if you don't get them, because it is on yourself if you don't get the results you want. I don't believe there's any right or wrong with that. I don't believe there's any right or wrong way of life. I do believe in living the life you want to live and not lying to yourself and making that a reality. Because, bro, there's some broke people and they're like mad. They're like, oh, I don't want to be rich. Look at him, he's rich. Or I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be like that. But deep down inside, bro, they would love to be rich. They would love to be able to afford things that those people can. And I say this because I've seen people like that at a young age. And are they happy today? No. They are miserable. They are mad. They are angry. They are pissed. Because they can't touch those things. They can't get those things. But if they did, they'd be happier. But they can't get themselves to do the things to get that. And that is what it takes. So, yeah. I understand the pain that men have to go through. I understand all of it, bro. And there's no shame in feeling frustrated. There's no shame in feeling even angry or feeling this buildup of resentment where you're just going to burst. You just have to know how to hone that in and harness it. Use that as a superpower on your end. Don't let that consume you. Don't let it get over on you. Learn how to use it. Learn how to take that energy and go for a run. Not sit there and let anxiety build and you're frustrated and you're angry and you lash out and you do stupid shit. Do not do that. Learn how to deal with whatever is thrown at you in a proper, correct, healthy manner. This is what life is all about. It's decision making. And those who can make the right decisions, the best decisions, the strong decisions, win. So you can feel all the bad vibes you want. You can feel angry. You can feel resentment. You can feel like you're not where you want to be and be upset about it. You're allowed to feel those feelings. But it's up to you what you do with those feelings that you feel. Are you going to get defeated by those feelings and make terrible decisions? Are you going to get angry at somebody and literally go and beat them from pillar to post and end up in jail? Or are you going to control yourself? No, that's not worth my time. I ain't going to do that. And it's going to get me in trouble. It's all in here. It's all the decisions you make that's going to, lead to the life you want to live. Many men today, though, are building lots of resentment. And I really genuinely believe, bro, a lot of men today that are building up that resentment are not doing the right thing with those feelings that they feel. The gym has helped me immensely, not necessarily even right now, which I still go to the gym all the time, in the past. It's taught me self-control. It's taught me everything. Literally everything, bro. And after I had the bad accident where I cut my fingers almost off, when I was 18, that's what really set me on the right path and changed my life, because I did not have self-control in that moment. I did, but I didn't. I just made a bad decision. I made a decision real quick. I just took a knife after I was cutting cheese and I just stabbed down on the block of cheese. And my hand slid down the blade, almost cut my fingers right off. As soon as that happened, I was in a complete shock. Not a word or a sound or a yelling noise or anything came out of my mouth. I just went like that, put my hand behind my back, did not look at my cuts again. It was bad. Jaggedy edge knife completely tore my fingers apart. Terrible, terrible, terrible cut. Not some one thin slice. Mangled my fingers, bro. Looked at that for a couple seconds. Complete shock. I didn't have this crazy reaction. I was just shocked. Didn't yell, didn't scream, didn't cry, none of that stuff. And it just never overreacted again. Ever since that time. And I'm not saying I've never felt angry since that time. I'm not going to say any of those things. But never overreacted. We're human beings. We're going to feel emotions. We're going to feel angry. We're going to feel sad. We're going to feel mad. We're going to feel happy. We're going to feel things. It's about how you control that. And it's your reactions that's going to dictate your life. So after that, I realized the real cause of it. I wasn't exercising as hard anymore. I was 18 and a half. I was partying more. I was drinking a little bit, nothing too crazy. I was smoking weed every day though. I was addicted to nicotine at the time. These things were starting to mess me up slowly. And I was not exercising as much, like I said. So I started to not feel right. I had relationship problems at the time. I was getting betrayed. I was getting screwed over. So everything was making me angry. So after that incident, I just felt I had more control over myself and my thoughts. I started going to the gym. I started committing myself to that, making myself do it. Because when you make yourself do things, bro, you are letting yourself know you are in control. You are, not your feelings and how you feel. You're in control. Because you could feel a certain way. No. I don't care if I'm sad. I'm going to power through. I don't care. That's what I'm going to do. And when you can do this, bro, it's fucking powerful. How do people heal in therapy? They are so desperate to change themselves and the way they feel. They would literally rather die than feel that way. They're that desperate to change, they go to therapy and they make the changes. I know people who have done it. That's how they overcome. They had crippling anxiety. Crippling. To the point where they'd take a panic attack to go into a grocery store. They were so desperate to change. They go to therapy. They talk about things to a therapist, to a psychologist. He or she tells them everything they need to hear. They break down the ins and outs of what's going on inside. They let them know what they have to know. And they listen because they're desperate. They listen and they apply because they're desperate, and over time, boom, they are changed and it heals. So that's the thing, guys. We are all in our own way sometimes. And it's on us to get out of our own way, to take power over ourselves, because we have a fucking brain. We can think however we want, or we can let shit just cripple us down. No. You have to stop. Stop it. Stop that. And push forward. And do what you got to do in life. Lots of people today, resentment's growing. Resentment is building. People's angry. People's upset. Everything's... Well, what are you going to do about that? Is the question. It's normal to feel a certain way sometimes, but what are you going to do about it? That's the question. I did something about it. Why can't you? I ain't that different, bro. Not that special, bro. So? Breaking points can be a powerful thing. Rock bottom can be a powerful thing. At those times in my life, I felt like that was kind of a rock bottom that I've never felt in my life before. There's a couple times throughout my life where I felt I kind of hit a rock bottom. And it was the times I felt the most motivation. There was no quit in me, but I felt the most motivation. And I felt hungry. I have nothing to lose. I have everything to gain. I'm going to go out there in this world. I'm going to take risks. I'm going to get after it. I'm going to do what I have to do. Because I have nothing to lose. When you're at the bottom, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And if you give God the glory, He will give you the victory. So that's important. But But anyways, guys, I hope this video could help. No matter how you feel right now, no matter what's going on, just remember to stay strong and make those hard decisions even when you don't feel like doing it. That is key. That is what's important. Don't let that stuff grow and use it for the bad. If you start to feel that way and that stuff's starting to grow and resentment and some anger and stuff, use that towards the good. Go to the gym and take that out, bro. Go get more fit. All of a sudden, you start to be in control of all of these things that you feel because you're mastering how you feel. You feel that way? Well, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do something that's going to stop me from feeling this way. I'm not just going to, oh my God, just sit there. I feel this way and oh my God, that's how I feel. Well, you could change that. We can all change that. I'm starving right now. I'm going to change that. I'm going to eat my chicken and rice right after this video. And tonight, I go to the gym. I'm going to come back with a clear, fresh mind. I'm going to be fresh, bro. And I'm going to feel better than I even currently feel right now. Because I'm in control. The weatherman's not. The weatherman is going to come. He's going to give you a rainy fucking day. What are we going to do about it? God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.